And that's the song I Am. That is from Baltimore-based band Silvertung. And if you haven't heard about these guys, keep listening, because we have them on the line with us. Guys, how are you doing?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good, good.
So on the line, we've got Scoot and Speed from Charm City. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
How about you guys?
Now, Scoot is the bass player, and Speed is also on the lead vocals. The other two members not joining us on the phone today are Sterling and Dano. Sterling is the lead guitarist, while Dano is the drummer. And what are those guys up to today that they couldn't join us on the air? They're busy.
The truth, we'll lie about it for a little bit. They are off doing photo shoots for personal things. No, I'm just kidding. We also have 9-to-5 jobs.
Right. As we all do.
Yeah.
For those people that have never heard of you guys before, what is Silvertung all about?
Silvertung is about me, about you, about everyday life, to be honest, without pulling any punches. Every song has something to do which you can relate to. It's pretty much about life, about everything that you go through, and anything that you don't want to go through, and things that you do.
With the history of the band Silvertung, there have been a few changes from what I understand over the years. When did the band Silvertung start, and what kind of changes have you guys progressed through?
I formed the band back in 2002, and the funny thing is the way we started off was not completely what I wanted, and it took me a while to find the right guys, and the guys that are in here now, which make up Silvertung. This is the powerhouse that I've been looking for quite a while, and for the last 2 years now, we've been really pumping it pretty hard. 2002 was when it all started, but within the last 2 years is really when we've grown and we've blossomed as a band.
Now, for those not familiar with the sound, describe it a little bit to us. Our first listen through the album with all these songs on it, loved it, start to finish. We kind of equated it to sort of a Godsmack and Pantera get together and have a band.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but you tell us what you think from your point of view.
Yeah, I think we definitely take a lot of stuff from everything we listen to, but the drive of Godsmack mixed with the groove and even the melodies and vocal harmonies of a Foo Fighters type band. It's kind of a thick sound. I mean, there's a lot of groove and there's a lot of drive and there's some danceability and really good vocal harmonies that a lot of rock bands don't even try to do. So it's a lot of fun. This project is a lot of fun to be a part of, and I think that's our real powerhouse is live. I appreciate the compliments on the CD, but
Absolutely.
honestly, I think we perform the songs better live than they were recorded, just because we move. I mean, we bring pyro to shows, we move, we jump out in the crowd, we do all these things. And
that's great, the whole experience.
Right, and we try to, if you're paying your $5, $10 cover charge to show up at a club to see us, we're going to get you your $10 worth.
Definitely. So people out there that are listening, this is what we need you guys to come and bring us, and we'll give it right back.
Now, we've covered your musical influences, and you guys do cover songs as well as your own originals. Now, what is your favorite cover song to perform live, and what makes that the favorite?
Yeah, there's so many really good cover songs. I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of cover stuff that we don't play, but the stuff that we do play is very, very popular. We do all the real popular stuff because most people know it. But for me, I think it would have to be Slipknot. I think some of the Slipknot that we do, like Before I Forget.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones that we do. And the reason why I like it is because the adrenaline and the energy that song gives off is exactly what we put into the Silvertung originals.
Yeah, you can't sit still.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what I mean by liking that song so much, opposed to, we do Walk from Pantera, but for me, I would have to say Before I Forget is the one that I would have to be more excited about.
Okay, well, that would be definitely on my top list as well. But I tell you, we throw back a little bit, too, and do some of the 80s metal stuff, too. I mean, we do stuff from Ozzy and Skid Row and older Metallica stuff. And,
nice.
And a lot of those things have some really cool, groovy bass lines. Ozzy surrounded himself with good musicians over the years.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be fun to play.
So I think that some of the older stuff, for me to play, is a lot of fun.
Okay, now how about original song? What's your favorite original song to perform?
All of them. No.
Good answer, yeah.
I
have to say all of them.
Yeah, there's got to be one that stands out, though.
I can honestly answer the stuff that we've written recently that's going to be on the CD. that we're going to release a CD, and at least by the end of 2009 it'll be done. Those songs to me are better than anything you've heard on the Pawn. Personal
I have to
opinion.
agree. Yeah, I have to agree with Scoot on that. I think we grew up a little bit in the last couple of years. Not too much, because you can only grow up so much in metal. So
We don't do any emo screamo stuff.
Good, and that's a good thing. I appreciate that, really, I do.
Everything has to have a melody, and it's got to have a hook. Yeah, and we like
songs
both,
like "Slow Me Down," which is probably one of my favorites from the Pawn itself, because it's also a very crowd-oriented sing-along song to us. I mean, we'll sing the first chorus the first time, and then the crowd sings the second part of it back to us.
Instant fans.
Before the interview started, we played the song "I Am," which I believe is the crowd favorite, as I've heard.
It is. It especially down in the Cambridge and Salisbury area, we have had a lot of friends and family. We don't really call anybody fans. They're all friends and family to us.
Mm-hmm.
They're all part of the Tongue Nation, that we like to say. Yes, "I Am" is definitely one of the favorites.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to play the song "The Pawn," which will be the title track off the album.
Love this.
This is such a fantastic song. This, as I said earlier, this is one of those songs that I really just want to start breaking things when I hear it. And I'm not a very violent person, past life aside. But I mean, seriously, this is just one of those great songs. You will not find yourself without your head bouncing.
Yeah,
to this
absolutely.
song.
Then tell us a little bit. What brought this song about? What's the background here?
Speed, you wrote that one.
The Pawn actually came around on the fact of that's what your position is in life, and you can choose your own path. That's my outtake on the Pawn. That's what I wrote it about.
That's good. It's empowering.
But everyone kind of gets their own intake on it, and that's fine. And that's what I want people to do. I don't want everyone to listen to what I have to say and say, oh, well, okay, that's what the song means. It can mean anything it wants to you. Whatever you get out of it is more important than what I get out of it.
That's cool. I dig that.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a listen to that. This is the title track off the album, The Pawn. Check it out. Get your hands up in the air while you're listening
And
to
make
this.
sure you turn this one up.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Crank this one. Here's The
Yeah,
Pawn.
crank
It's right
it,
here.
put those horns in the air.
It's right here. This is across the board on Hawk Radio.
Can you feel it now? Now the lights are out, so am I. Another pill, another try. Wake me up if I don't. Leave me be. I won't. No pain, no gain.
and that is The Pawn, the title track off of Silvertung's album.
My forehead hurts. I was banging it against the counter here.
You were. It was. I thought for sure the board was going to fall through.
That's
really.
rips.
That's an awesome song.
Listen, vocals, every instrument. I love it, guys.
I love the double bass in that song too.
Love
I really do.
Yeah. I love the.
I'm a drummer, so I have to. I'm biased on that one.
Oh, really? You like double? You gotta come check us out live then, because Dan it was nuts.
Oh, I'll definitely be there.
He's a fun drummer to watch.
You have no idea. I will be there. Trust me.
Great.
Tell us a little bit. Where do you guys are touring? I know. All throughout the year. Is it just an East Coast thing, or where do you head to?
As of now, it is just an East Coast thing. We're kind of sticking close to home right now because we're about to shop the new material to a lot of the record companies. It's pretty tough situation to do it indie if you want to tour a lot.
Right.
And in touring, as you know, you can't play covers. So we had to wait until we had at least enough material to where we were able to cover ourselves on some shows that are going to be, an hour show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much East Coast. We stick close to, New York. We're up in New York a few times this year. But next year we're looking at bigger things. We kind of want to get our feet wet with our home crowd and our home family and friends.
Absolutely.
And really get ourselves prepared to do what the big thing needs us to do. We want to go to that big show well rehearsed.
Now, I have to say that I think you guys are well on that path to becoming something very huge, not just on the East Coast, but I believe nation and maybe even worldwide as well. And what is the best part of performing live? And what is it what's the worst as well?
Well, for me, I think performing live, I think it's the energy that I get from the crowd, and so I think that would have to be the best part of playing live.
Can't get that anywhere, right?
Well, the best to me is when you get that crowd interaction between the band. It's best for the band. It's best for the crowd. Just that band and crowd interaction. If you're just there, it doesn't really do much for you.
Right. Exactly. We have a saying that when Silvertung's coming to town, we're going to bring the mayhem with us.
Nice.
And we usually do.
Mayhem is good.
I think that's probably the best part for me. Scoot, how about you, bud?
Well, I would say along the same lines. I mean, all four of us are really mild-mannered characters. Off stage we're just like the most normal, semi-boring people you'd ever meet.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, huh?
Yeah, exactly. On stage we can go nuts, and it's not really playing a character or faking it because that is us.
Right.
It's just our stage us.
It brings out the inner you.
This is a question we like to ask a lot of our guests. In your opinion, what is the best band or musical artist to come out in the last 20 years? Give you 20 years to work with.
Wow.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first? Because I know the answer to that.
Wow. Yeah, I think I know what your answer is. I'm not sure what my answer would be, because wow, that's a really, really good question. I guess it depends on what genre of music that you're talking about. When it comes to R&B and pop, for me, definitely Christina Aguilera, without a doubt in my mind.
Really?
She's got a great voice. Oh, yes. I dab into a lot of different things, but Christina Aguilera is just amazing.
The girl's got pipes, absolutely.
Oh, she has pipes. She can dance, and she speaks very well.
Uh-huh.
You can't get all that in a pop artist most of the time.
That's the truth.
Very well-rounded, yeah. Sure.
But as for rock, I would have to say one of my biggest influences, and this probably comes back from, probably the 70s. I would have to say the 70s. I really, really got into what Ozzy did.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of stepped across things that most people would not have done at that point in time.
Yeah, he broke some barriers for sure.
Definitely. If first it was Elvis. Elvis broke a ton of barriers, and then there was Ozzy. So I would have to say Ozzy for my metal or rock choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the Christina Aguilera thing threw me for a loop there for a second. I'm glad we're back on track.
Take a look at her.
I just turned the volume down. No, I'm just kidding. I was joking, Christina. Don't get mad at me, sweetie.
Don't want to ruin any connection there at all.
Yeah, for real.
No, Christina, stay mad at him. Just come talk to me.
Hey, the chicks go for the singers anyway, man.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh, I'm just a bass player, dude.
We gotta separate these two now.
Yeah, right.
My favorite band that in the last 20 years, I would say, has got to be Disturbed.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good call.
And
I saw
any
them
reason for
live
that.
a few years ago, and
That-
I had
right.
chills up my spine the entire show.
Right,
yeah.
and that's a big thing. There's a lot of bands that I respect, and I'm a big lyrics guy. You know, I really pay attention
me
to
too.
how a song's written and how it's produced and how it's blocked. But lyrics is a big thing. The lyrics are always good, but the main thing, they're really good live, and not many bands can pull that off. There's a lot of bands that I love their CD and I go see the show and I walk away very disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely know what you mean.
So basically, if Christina Aguilera joined Disturbed, you guys will be set.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely be in heaven then.
What would you call
I'd
that
like to hear
band?
what that sounds like.
Beauty and the Beast? I don't know.
That's a good title.
That is good. I
Yeah,
like that.
I like it.
Now, during these tough economical times, guys, do you feel that being in a band is tougher due to the increased costs of performing and making music, or is it easier due to the possible inspiration for new source material?
In my opinion, I think a little of both. It's definitely inspiring, but it's not only inspiring for us. It's inspiring for ones who are down on their luck, and when you come to a Silvertung show, we for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, or however long we're going to play for you guys, we make you forget about whatever problems you got.
Yeah, you give them that release.
Exactly. So I think it's about equal on both ends. It's definitely hard to be in a band in the economy today, but it's always hard to be in a band. There's so much competition, and the economy doesn't help any by being where it is. But
Right.
the thing is we've got to work towards, even if we have to cut our pay to bring what we have to bring to everyone else, we'll do that because of the economy. We
Right,
have
you
already
guys-
done that in many, many shows.
So you guys are true musicians.
Exactly. You have to love this to do this, and if you don't, then there's not much room or survival instinct that's going to help you.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Well, what can we expect from Silvertung in the future here? I know you guys want to go big, later this year, into the next 5 years. What are you thinking?
I think it's best for us to just take over the world.
Speed,
Exactly.
Speed for president.
Yeah, Speed's working on that. I'm just going to ride his coattails on that one. It sounds like a lot of work. I don't
You
know.
can be the VP.
There you go.
Okay, hey.
Absolutely. Make sure you check these guys out. And if you want more information on the band Silvertung, you can check out their MySpace page. They have a website that's in the works. It's currently under construction, but it will redirect you to their MySpace page. That's myspace.com/Silvertung, SILVERTUNG.
And we hear rumors that there's going to be a Facebook in the works.
Yes. We keep hearing about Facebook, and we hear how popular it is. So we want to try to be as popular as possible. So I think we should jump on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So look for that coming in the future as well.
Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. We appreciate it. And we're going to leave this interview. We're going to go ahead and play the other big song from your guys' album. This is Slow Me Down.
And tell us a little bit about that real quick.
Slow Me Down. Slow Me Down should give you the biggest inspiration in the economy today. No matter what anyone tells you or what they think about you or what you want to do, don't let anybody slow you down.
And
I
then
like
be
it.
careful, if you're listening to the song while driving, be careful, you can get a speeding ticket very easily.
Yeah,
Right.
We've already
Makes
got
it
an
a
email
little
on
literal.
that. We've already got an email from Germany on that. A gentleman had purchased the CD and said, "I love the CD, guys, but you owe me $75."
Deal, right?
Listening
No.
to Slow Me Down, I got a speeding ticket, so now you guys owe me.
Well, listen, guys, we really appreciate the time. Again, Silvertung, Scoot and Speed, thanks for joining us today. Check them out. And here we go with
Slow Me Down.
Slow Me Down.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks. Take care, guys.